Well, howdy, boys. Look what we got ourselves here. Oh, it's my first 6.7 Cummins I've bought used. It was a good buy for a guy like me. It's a cabin chassis. I have a video where I say don't buy cabin chassis. Well, that's new. Now I'm talking used here. Well worth the buy. It's about a $20,000 truck. Yes, $20,000 truck. I don't know why here in Washington. Probably because we don't have enough farmers. Hint, hint. They'd like to have this truck, but guy couldn't get it sold. I think for 20 he was asking for it for a little while. No one would, you know, pick it up for 20. It's a 2013 with low 200,000 miles on it. It's an automatic 4x4. Just a good work truck, you know. Nothing special about it. Let me show you what it looks like inside. It's not worn to crap inside, but it ain't new, you know. Good work truck. Seat's not torn or anything, but the steering wheel is a little chewed up. But anyways, I mean, nothing special about it. Just a good work truck, as I said. And get back to the topic, what I paid for it. I paid a whopping $14,000 for this thing. It wasn't perfect. It had issues. The guy wasn't. The guy went at it, tried to fix her up, but it just about had it with it, so he just let it go. It was bought used from Dave Smith, which is a joke, guys. Don't ever buy from Dave Smith. I know I'm gonna get grenaded for that one, but the deals, the offers, the promises, whatever, man. I'll just leave it at that. My advice: don't buy from him. Let me show you the mileage. Warming her up a little. Look at that, 218,000 miles. Nothing special. I got it with a little love and care. I got her up and running, and she's doing well. The reason I'm making this video now, I've had this truck for about a month and a half now, I think. The reason I'm doing a video now because it's taking off Monday. I'm like, well, I haven't made a video this one, so. A good old truck. Little background. Doesn't have side steps. I kept bashing on these cabin chassis because they're a little pain in the neck, you know. You always got to custom fab stuff. Got to work on this, work on that. You know, this thing has a flatbed, so that's why there's gooseneck. Gooseneck came with it. Someone put a tip on it. Wasn't me. Anyway, so more or less for $14,000 for a guy like me, it's a good buy. For an average Joe, he'd be pulling his hair out with this thing because previous owner wasn't mechanically inclined a whole lot. He, as I said, bought it used from Dave Smith with around 100,000 miles on it. Excuse me. And at that point, you don't know how it was serviced. And then he started running it. I can't remember who was servicing it for him, but shortly after, he brought the truck to me because it was in quite the wreck. Some idiot, sorry, whoever you are, you're a freaking idiot, serviced this truck and cheaped out on a gasket or something. I mean, that oil pan on that transmission was just gushing oil. So we changed that out for him. You know, quite a few odds and ends, got it up and running, but whoever drove this thing mobbed the piss out of it, and they just freaking abused it. This guy decided to go get serviced elsewhere. Guys, in 6 months, that's a good ballpark, 6 months, while someone else serviced this truck. I mean, the driver drove it into the ground because he was driving it hard, and the guy that was servicing it was just doing bare minimum. It was nothing like, hey, you know, your rear axle is starting to sway, you might want to, next time around, let's get it swapped out. You know, it's more like, hey, your rear axle grenaded, let's switch it out. You know, he's that kind of service guy. No integrity, no honesty, and no respect to his own work. I mean, I take pride in my work. If I were to go out and do that to people, man, just ain't worth life, man. I hate using this analogy, but it's like pissing on someone, man. It's just disrespectful. The guy's paying you money. do your best. You know, do your honest best. Be genuine. Be transparent. So when you do services, so when you do serve people, serve them with honesty and integrity. And what this guy does is disgusting. I could talk about retards like him that service and just jip other people. Yes, I run a business. Yes, I charge people. Yes, I make money on them, but I make it honestly. You know. So anyway, so the guy went, the previous owner, back to this guy. The owner went out there, got service for 6 months, came back to me, and this thing was wrecked, man. We had to do a turbo. We had to do the rear axle. We had to do some other stuff. That was actually a prime example with the rear axle. The guy wouldn't service his rear axle. Not that he wouldn't service it. It was just like, it's a no-brainer. The rear seal, rear right wheel was gushing oil out of it, and the yoke, you know, the main seal where the driveline goes into, was gushing oil too. So therefore, he lost most of his oil in the rear end and fried it. So we did a lot of work on this thing. Back to what I was saying as far as the turbo. Turbo was jacked up. Had to replace the turbo. Manifold log was just ridiculously jacked up. Had to put a new manifold log in there, and just odds and ends, you know, nothing like no blown engine or transmission, but you know, it's pretty rough, at least to say. So he just kept throwing money at it, and then he said, screw it, try to sell it. Had a buyer at $14,000. I think that's how the story went. No, that's how the story went. He had a buyer at $14,000, but the guy wanted him to fix all these odd. They had a few other glitches, and the guy calls me up. He said, "Hey, can you do this for me on Monday?" And it was like a Saturday. We can call him, like, and he told me the whole story. I'm like, man, just tell you what, if you want to do this deal, what I'm offering you, just bring the truck to the yard with the title. I'll write you a check for 14, and that'll be the end of it. He's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, why not? For 14 grand, I'll fix it up. Either I'm gonna win or I'm gonna lose. So, and it became a little project truck. I gotta figure it out. Just like stupid little things, you know, they take a lot of time, and I think we'll be good. We'll let it hit the road on Monday and let her purr. Transfer case works. Transmission seems to be shifting all right. Engine seems to be, has blow by. This truck's been worked, but whatnot. So yeah, guys, check out my boys. A Dodge hauling a Ford. Sounds about right. Anyways, boys, just wanted to share with you. Oh my goodness, it's an 8-minute video. Sorry, guys. As always, have a mighty fine day.